Welcome to another Rory on Air video. I'm taking my wife for a lap of the Manchester TMA.
Right, Leslie, ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice day.
Yeah, it's lovely. Golf Victor Tango departing the circuit to the northeast.
Golf Victor Tango, roger, basic service.
Basic service, Golf Victor Tango. Right, let's have the chart on your knee.
Okay. Oh, don't like that.
Golf Victor Tango changing to Manchester radar on 118.575.
Victor Tango, thank you, squawk 7000 and to Manchester 118.575, bye for now.
Squawk 7000, speak to you later, Golf Victor Tango. You do me 7366 on the squawk, please.
366.
Yes, please. Instruments all in the green, fuel is good. Squawk 7366, listening to Manchester radar, and as far as the GPS is concerned, we're on course. I think this is the junction here.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? What are we aiming for after that?
We're going to head slightly to the right, and we're going to avoid clipping the corner here, because that's the TMA. So
yeah. Are we following that road or that road? That road?
No, we're going to follow that.
Okay. So isn't it that one we want to take?
No.
You sure?
That's the M60, that'll take you right into the TMA. That's that one, there.
Oh, okay,
That one is this one up here to the north, towards Bury.
Right.
And that one is where we're going.
There you go. And that's why you're learning to fly and I'm not.
So we were originally planning this morning to go down the low-level route to Slate and land there, but Chris, the boss, said that it does take a good 2 hours to do that trip, because by the time you've landed and what have you, and because of all the extra faffing that I've introduced into the equation with the cameras and what have you.
Are you not going to tell the real reason why we're a little bit late this morning?
Well, we'll come on to that.
Okay.
That we decided that actually it was pushing it too much to manage to fit that in. So instead we're going to do a lap of the TMA. The cloud base looks reasonably good for us to get over the hills without getting into the cloud. It looks like there's enough of a gap. What a lovely day.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Real treat to be up again.
Beautiful. When were you last up?
Last up was with Leanne last Friday, where we went out in the opposite direction towards the coast.
Yeah.
This is the furthest east inland I've gone since I've got my licence. So we're just tracking up towards here now. We're going to make the turn a bit.
Cool.
Avoid clipping any airspace. My demon's warning of me of this antenna that's dead ahead.
Yeah.
But we're going to make the turn to the right before we get to it.
Okay. I think it looks like a Tonka toy from up here.
I know. I love the way it looks from the sky. Okay, we'll make the turn. Clear mine.
Clear mine.
Clear down there.
Yep.
Ryanair 813 Foxtrot, turn right, heading 100 degrees.
Right, heading 100 degrees, Ryanair 813 Foxtrot.
We can't go above 3,000 feet here, so I'm not going to go above 2,800. If you keep your eyes peeled above us as well, because we're going to fly underneath the approach path for Manchester Airport shortly.
Okay.
So there'll be big jets descending above us on their approach, which is why we can't go any higher than 3,000 feet.
That's fair enough.
Well, we need to keep our eyes peeled for this thing that Chris was on about.
Oh yeah, the wreckage.
Yeah, because he'll ask me about it, and if I haven't seen it, then we'll look like a bird.
You remember where it was?
I did a little mark, it's down here.
No, that was that to do with your altitude.
Yeah, that's where I need to descend again.
Yeah. Is that it? All that stuff there?
No, I think that's just wetness.
You reckon?
Yeah. Warning me about that antenna.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was doing.
It's telling me about the obstacle, which is 1.8 nautical miles away.
You never know.
But it's also telling me that to climb above it and to leave a minimum safe altitude, I need to go to 3,400 feet. But we can't go to 3,400 feet here because then we'll end up in the airspace of Manchester.
Yeah.
So it is a juggling exercise of a bit of common sense and a bit of not just doing what it tells you to do. Because if I thought, oh yeah, antenna, climb 3-4, then we're in the TMA. Or we're certainly in their airspace anyway. I think, what is it, a bit in Class D around here. Not quite as many options in a place like this if we were to lose the engine.
Yeah. Bit boggy.
Well, a bit boggy and a bit sloping. We'd probably try and go for one of these fields on the edge.
To descend 5 to descend to altitude 3,000.
I wonder if that's bits of it.
Maybe.
3,500 feet, Jersey, it's 753 Victor.
Look like bits of stuff, bits of white stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it might just
Not-
be bits of rock.
It's not water though.
No.
I think that's wreckage.
What if the hill is above 3,000 feet and you're not allowed to go above 3,000 feet?
Well, you would either call Manchester Radar and ask for permission
Yeah.
to fly higher,
Go
or
around
you would
it.
fly around it.
Fair enough.
I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't now transmit on the radio and say, Manchester Radar, Golf Charlie, Golf Victor Tango, request zone transit, to fly straight across the middle, back to Barton. They may or may not let me, depending on how busy they are,
Yeah.
and depending on the conditions. They'd probably say to me not above a certain altitude, which might be like 1,500 feet or something,
Yeah.
which would be perfectly fine for us, because the conditions mean we can't really go much higher than we are anyway because of this cloud base.
Altitude 5,000 feet, QH1027 right now.
And I would acknowledge, and that would be that.
Cool.
It's a lovely day.
It's a beautiful day.
Nice bit of cloud cover just to give us a little bit of shade here and there.
That's great. Oh, because I'm yawning.
Am I that boring?
No, you're not boring at all. I'm just knackered. I don't really know why either. I've got no excuse to be.
Well, it's a tough life living with me, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard work.
I know what it was.
What was it?
Because I didn't finish my cup of tea before we left. We only had
Yeah,
one cup
neither
of
did
tea.
I.
And that's
Oh
not
yeah,
enough.
we were going to say, I was convinced that I'd booked an aeroplane for 1 o'clock today, and then my Google Calendar popped up with a 10-minute warning for 11 o'clock booking, Golf Victor Tango. So I was like, oh no, I'm going to be late.
Altitude 3,000 feet,
I think you used rather free-tier language than that though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but I'm preserving our viewers' blushes.
Probably a good idea.
We, fortunately, because we only live about 10 minutes drive away from Barton, if the traffic's not bad, which it wasn't, because it's 11 o'clock, we were okay. We were able to just quickly dive in the car and
Nip over.
nip over there. We were only about 5 minutes late. Right, our next BRP we're looking for is Congleton.
Okay.
So we'll just aim for that. I don't know if you can see that mast on there. Can you...
I'm trying to spy it.
Macclesfield off to our right.
It's pretty cool, isn't it, Jumbo Bank? Do you remember driving past it? We went to go look at Gary Barner's house.
Oh yeah. Gary Barlow. Can you take your pictures landscape please so that I can use them on my video?
They don't work on Instagram landscape.
We'll take two.
Yeah, for goodness sake.
They don't work on Instagram landscape. I think that's the only reason why Lizzie comes flying with me, because she's so desperate to populate her Instagram account with top quality,
That's it.
unique.
Not because it's cool, just because I like Instagramming the shit out of it.
No, but that's the point. It is cool, but it's cool to Instagram it as well. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get back on the ground just before 1 o'clock. Give Chris some Muller.
And get me some food.
Go home and have some lunch.
That'd be nice.
You're going to go for a run. I'm going to go to Screwfix and buy some bolts.
Living the dream.
Living the dream. This is the M6 we're about to cross. See which junction that is?
M6, that is junction.
The services there.
I've absolutely no idea.
Yeah, the services is up there, and then there's a junction just to the north of it. So it'll be that services, it'll be junction 17. Traffic moving pretty well both directions. Junction 17 of the M6. It's looking quite busy, but reasonably good. Rory, the air jock, currently overhead at 2,000 feet, keeping you up to date with traffic. Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio.
I'm here all week, when the weather's good.
Yeah.
I think you'll upgrade your licence.
To what?
I don't know.
Fast jet.
Yeah.
You want to do the TMA at 3,000?
Hell yeah.
3,000 feet at like 1,100 knots. I might well do, but the brilliant thing about Microlight is in comparison to everything else in sort of general aviation, it's so cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cheap. You know,
It's cheaper though.
it's much cheaper than flying. There's an aircraft.
Where?
Up there.
Oh yeah.
It's popped out the bottom of the low level.
Yeah. No, that's true, that's true.
And there's another one up behind it. Can you see in the clouds?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's well out of the way though, that's fine. So it's, you know, it's affordable and it's great fun, and you can go all sorts of places in it because we bounce off the deck at like a scalded cat or a homesick angel. But you don't like that, do you?
No, it's naff. There's a castle over there as well, isn't it, on the hill?
That's Beeston Castle and Pickfordton Castle.
Yeah.
Beeston Castle is the little one on the tiny hill, and Pickfordton Castle is the other one.
Right.
I went and had a look at those on my own. My first trip down the low-level route about a month or two ago.
I remember when we went on that first trial flight and the guy pointed those out.
Yeah, well, Slape's down that way.
Right, right.
Speed after date.
So by transiting over the flash here, rather than skirting around, we're shortening our distance slightly, but we're also avoiding actually flying over the top of too many houses, because we are quite low. We're legal, but if we lose an engine, we're going to go in a field, and there are loads of fields here in comparison to what it's like on the other side of the TMA, where it's a bit hilly.
Either 720 kilometres radar, hello, lead merger heading 085 degrees. Vector silence 239.
I've noticed that I've ingrained a mistake in my radio chat, which viewers may have noticed, but when we left Barton and I said changing to Manchester radar,
yeah,
Gareth didn't hear me the first time because I think he was talking to somebody else, so he asked me to repeat, and he said, was that Victor Tango, saying they were changing to Manchester, and I said yeah, and I need to stop doing that because yeah is not legit.
I did think you were kind of being a bit cash.
Yeah, well I should have said A firm, which means yes. And I've done it a couple of times and I've noticed myself doing it, and I'm annoyed at myself for doing it because it's not the correct terminology.
No.
And I'm doing my best to try and get it right as much as possible. So I need to work on that one. But I guess, you know, part of the problem is noticing a mistake first, and then once you've noticed it, you're in a better chance of being able to deal with it.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not life and death, but I pride myself on being quite good on the radio, and I want to be as good as I can, and that means you've got to try and get it right.
Yeah.
Our next waypoint, Lizzie,
Yeah.
top navigator, is the M56 junction 10, which is here. So we're now actually following the track that we drew on when we went down to Coventry. I didn't have time to rub it off and start again.
I was like, you've pre-prepared this, Rory.
Here's one I did earlier.
Yeah.
Delta 46 Juliet, maintain speed.
I was trying to yawn and put my hand over the thing, and then this thing gets in the road and I can't.
You need to have it really close.
I don't want to eat it.
You've got to have it right in your mouth,
I
otherwise
don't
it's too
care.
quiet. Mine's right in there. When I first went flying with Lizzie, she was like, it was all a bit new, and she was like, oh, I'll do what he tells me because it's all a bit new. And now it's like your fourth trip. And you're like, shut up, I'm not doing what you tell me, even though you're the pilot and I'm a passenger.
I don't.
I'm your wife, I'm the boss. Right, so we're now on our way back into Barton, so I'm going to squawk VFR, change back to Barton 120.250, and we'll have a bit of a listen and then we'll call for join. Barton information, Golf Charlie Golf Victor Tango, request join.
Golf Charlie Golf Victor Tango, Barton information, good afternoon, bash message.
Golf Charlie Golf Victor Tango, Eurostar Microlight, Barton to Barton, altitude 1,100 feet, Failwall Viaduct, 2 POV.
Golf Victor Tango, runway 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024, squawk 7365.
Runway news 26 right, circuit right hand, QFE 1024, squawk 7365, Golf Victor Tango.
Barton information, good afternoon, this is Golf Alpha Victor Echo Romeo, 7150 with 2 PLB. With that information, Golf from QNH 1027, request taxi for a local flight.
Golf Alpha Victor Echo Romeo, Barton information, hello, new QNH 1026, squawk 7365.
New QNH 1026, squawking 7365, Golf Echo Romeo.
Golf Echo Romeo, cross runway 32, taxi on point Alpha 3.
Cross 32, Alpha 3, Golf Echo Romeo.
Golf Victor Tango, final to land.
Golf Victor Tango, runway 26 right, land at your discretion, so between 290 degrees, 9 knots.
Golf Victor Tango. Far too high here.
I was just thinking that.
Come off the power soon enough. Might be alright there. Too deep.
Go around?
Yeah. Golf Victor Tango going around.
Golf Victor Tango, roger.
Basically there, I tried to do a glide approach to speed things up and I just didn't come off the power soon enough. I did basically pretend the engine failed soon enough.
Hold on these
And the net result was that we were too deep. So fuel sufficient for go around altimeter set, wind is from a crosswind, traffic non-visual, hatches and harnesses secure. Golf Victor Tango, final to land.
Golf Victor Tango, runway 26 right, land at your discretion, so between 290 degrees, 9 knots.
Golf Victor Tango. 290 degrees, so off to our right a little bit. Which is why we're crabbing to the right slightly, as you can see. Approach looks more stable this time. Bit of power there.
Landing.
Well, it was a bit bouncy, but it was okay.
Yeah. Judge all your landings on that one in Wolverhampton.
Landing light off, transponder off, flaps away.
What is it, a good landing's one that you walk away from?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
Golf Victor Tango, request taxi to park.
Golf Victor Tango, cross runway 02, taxi to initially hold north of the tower.
Cross 02, hold north of the tower, Golf Victor Tango. Well, thanks very much for watching, everybody. It's been nice to have you on board again, Lizzie.
Thanks for taking me.
You are my favourite passenger.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's been great fun to have you on board as well, watching us. We've enjoyed a little trip around the TMA, I certainly have anyway.
You know, it's been really good.
I'd definitely do that again.
That's fun.
Winners dinners.
Home for some lunch.
Home for some lunch,
I'm really
indeed.
hungry. Because unfortunately the cafeteria is not open today.
We'll give Chris his plane back and we'll go home for some lunch.
That's good.
Thank you very much for watching.
Bye.
Golf Victor Tango, taxi to the apron.
Taxi to the apron, Golf Victor Tango.
Helicopters are cool, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.